Ladies and gentlemen, the first man to build 21-inch biceps, drug-free.
My friends, I, let me tell you something why I laugh at myself. It's 4 a.m. in the morning, uh, Sunday morning, and I just got through answering a few emails, and I was going to go to bed. And then I said, let me just check the thing I did about Sergio, the video I did about Sergio, read a few of the comments. I don't know why I couldn't wait to the morning to respond. But let me tell you, my friend, yes, Arnold used the word nigger. Yes, Arnold and I, look, if you want to see how far back Arnold and I go to my website, LeroyColbert.com, click on Arnold and I. You'll see Arnold and I in heated discussions. I admire and respect this man to the utmost. He is not a racist. And what is a racist? And I'm so sick of that racist shit. You gotta lick somebody's ass if you don't, you're a racist. Let me tell you something. And I'm a little wound up because I'm sick of it. If every person that said nigger dropped dead, there'd be nobody to bury him. There's nothing magical about that word. It's what a person does. I don't care if you hate my guts. Just don't try to impede me in my quest to improve my life. When you put barriers in my way to prevent me from exercising my rights as a human being, you're racist. But you're not a racist if you use a word that my people use as freely as saying good morning. You know one thing, my friends? God, I get so angry. And I'm too old for this shit. Joe Weider, the most influential human being in my life, he's the one that started me in the business. He's the one after he moved to California, and I didn't want to move to California. I got to calm down because Joe Weider financed me opening my own vitamin store in New York City because I didn't want to go to California. And you know something, my friends? The most influential man in my life, the man that supported me like no human being I ever known. He said it. One time, he said, Leroy, you're training? I said, well, Joe, I don't think I'm going to train again. He said, Leroy, if you don't train, you'll be just another nigga. Joe said that. Now, you think I'm going to holler Joe's a racist? And he did everything humanly. He went outside of humanity to promote me, but he's a racist because he used the word nigger. And let me tell you something. Robbie's has a lot of humility. He's not an arrogant man like Sergio or anything like that. But Robbie's got no character. I can tell you, to me, he has no character. I'll never forget when I had my store in the marina in California, and Robbie came with a sob story. He's known never to pay you back. But he came with a sob story telling me he needed to borrow some money and he'd pay me back in a week. I loaned him $500 the last time I ever smelled that $500. No attempt to pay me back or nothing. That's the difference with Robbie. I don't know what Robbie wanted. What did he think he'd be wasn't for Joe Weider? He's got a bigger name in bodybuilding, really. More people know him than almost Sergio. And I mean, he couldn't even stand next to Sergio because of Joe Weider. Arnold, yes, I admire him so. And you guys may say, because of his realism and he's looking forward. Yeah, he admired Hitler for one reason, not because Hitler started the war or because Hitler exterminated the Jews. He admired Hitler because he was fascinated by the power Hitler had to control one of the most advanced countries in the Western world. And had people, he fascinated him, both him and Joe Weider, because they both, in their way, are leaders. Arnold, that's why Arnold wanted to become governor. Arnold wanted to lead. He was fascinated how intelligent that dumb people that hadn't graduated the first grade, but intelligent people. The German people were very innovative and intelligent, and yet Hitler led them by the nose. They followed him to almost destruction. The loyalty, and that fascinated Arnold. And that's why we had all these conversations, because we have intellectual. Arnold is an intellectual freak. He wants to know, he wants to understand the human mind. And he was fascinated by the power that Hitler had over so many people. That's all. I mean, to try to make this something like he's some kind of devil, he's reality, man. And I felt the same way. Let me tell you something, my friend. I'm a World War II buff. The history of the World War II, Hitler's decisions, all. I was fascinated by Hitler myself, not for the same reason Arnold had, because Arnold thinks different than me in that respect. Arnold wants to lead. I'm not a leader. I like to explain and let you think and lead yourself. Arnold is a leader. And Arnold is a person that you cannot stop him. If you put an obstacle in his way, you can't embarrass Arnold because you're not interested, you think. He's just moving ahead. Arnold ate at my house numerous of times. And Arnold don't throw that stuff at me. If you see some of the pictures on my website, you'll see Arnold admires the hell out of me for one reason. I don't take his shit. Arnold tries to dominate. He has total contempt for your intelligence, which I admire. I don't. I wonder why you don't think. Arnold don't want you. Arnold don't give a shit what you think because he's going to manipulate you because he's smarter than you. And you know, his success proved it. I mean, when I first met Arnold, and he's a racist, huh? He hugged me. He was so excited to meet me, but he's a racist. You know, he kissing me, holding up there, because he admired what I'd accomplished physically ahead of him. But I mean, now Robbie, nice guy. I don't have anything against Robbie, but his character's not there. He has humility. He's not in your face. But if he's condemning Joe Weider and Arnold because they're not licking his ass, because they say things that may not sound politically correct, but they weren't saying this out of racism. God damn, what is racism? Let me tell you something. If you're helping me and doing everything you can for me and support me in every way, and you call me nigga for 5 minutes, I wouldn't even hear it. Because then it's immaterial, means nothing. It's going to make these guys racist. I mean, I just can't see how you can make, and hey, I've never heard, now Arnold didn't use the word nigger like you say, like some of my people do. I heard him use it a couple of times, but it was like in fun and all that, but it's never in a racist manner. And you got to make a difference between racism and using the word nigger. Racism to me is when a person tries to impede try to impede you and diminish you as a human being. That to me is racism. Words is not racism. It's not that we used to use that slang when in New York City used to call, like you take the word, as I said before, dago, wop. Used to use that just like you say good morning. But people don't use it anymore. That was in New York City, you know, all kinds of races and ethnic groups. They would use these slangs to each other just like you'd say good morning. Nobody really got offended. Hey, that's a Hebe. It was a Jew. They called Jews Hebes. It was no offended laugh. But today, politically correct, you don't use those words today. But don't condemn. Don't tell me about what Robbie wrote. Robbie, I hate to say it, couldn't carry Arnold's bags. And you tell me what Robbie said? Well, I tell you something. I wish I had more racists. There were more racists in this country, like Arnold and Joe Weider. We'd be a lot better off. Not better off per se, but it'd be a lot less turmoil, a lot less hostility in this country. A lot of people are just hateful for the sake of being hateful. This guy's never, it was like, minor thing was like, it's a derogatory word used to really target blacks that didn't want to move ahead and do things. And I'll never forget And I tell you, I'll go to my grave praising Joe Reader. He was everything to me. He supported me. I used to, you know what I used to ask Joe? I used to ask him all the time, Joe, why are you so nice to me? I was puzzled because, see, I'm a giver, I'm not a taker. I'm so grateful when you help me or when you do things for me because kindness is a gift. It's not a right. And Joe Reader was always in my corner. Anything if I ran low on money, pick up my phone and say, Joe, I need an infusion. There was Joe. And when I started building my stores and started doing well, he was so proud. But he's a racist. Arnold came to my house. We eat together. We've had a number of trips to my house. He's a racist. And you think I'm going to take any cognizance or recognize anything Robbie said? I don't know what his beef was. I guess he wanted Joe Reader to make breakfast for him every morning. And Arnold to tuck him in at night so they can prove they're not racist. Come on. I'm only responding to this as because I was looking at the video that I did on Sergio, and I have to read this guy, and he's saying it with Robbie's book like it means something. All you do is look at Robbie's history. I mean, all he's ever done was build a credible body, a nice body. What has he done beside that? Huh? I mean, okay. I just had to get this out of me because that's the way Leroy is. I've been around so long. And I just hate to see, especially, I mean, Arnold's a great guy. I'm telling you, Arnold is the type of guy that I always said if you and Arnold was on in Iceland somewhere where it's freezing, Arnold has the idea that he can talk you out of your coat and you give it to him while you freeze. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but that's how much confidence Arnold had in his mental ability. Okay, my friends, I just had to get this through because late at night, and this got to me. And sometimes I don't answer right away and make a video right away. I don't do it. To be continued.
Wait a minute. Before you click away, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, hell, even dislike if you want to. At least do something before you get out of here.